almost have. It's the noon, so let's hop on into the text here this lunchtime, and we are in Mark chapter 7. We're picking up in verse 14. Here's what we've got. After he called the crowd to him, and he again began to say to them, "Listen to me, all of you, and understand. There is nothing outside the man which can defile him if it goes into him, but the things which proceed out of the man are what defile the man." When he had left the crowd and entered the house, his disciples questioned him about the parable. And he said to them, "Are you so lacking in understanding also? Do you not understand that whatever goes into the man from outside cannot defile him, because it does not go into his heart, but into his stomach and is eliminated?" Thus he declared all foods clean. And he was saying, that which proceeds out of the man, that is what defiles the man. For from within of the heart, out of the heart of man proceeds evil thoughts, fornications, theft, murders, adulteries, deeds of coveting and wickedness, as well as deceit, sensuality, envy, slander, pride, and foolishness. All these things proceed from within and defile the man. All right, so we're picking up, and we remember Jesus has really been in this confrontation with the Pharisees because they say, "Hey, you know what? Your disciples didn't wash their hands." We said, that was really a matter of purification, a ceremonial washing. Certainly, we have no problem with people washing their hands, but that's really what they're getting at. Hey, you want to be ceremonially clean? You want to be right with God? You got to wash your hands before you eat. And Jesus said, no, that doesn't fly. And here's why. He says, this is all about the external thing you do, this external act. That's the problem, because it's only external. What you need to look at really is what's inside. He says, those things outside, they're not doing it to you. It's what's inside your heart. That's what's defiling you. So who cares if you wash your hands? You can wash your hands. They can sit there. The CDC can scrub those things, and it doesn't matter. Your defilement goes deeper than those outer practices. So look what he says. The disciples say, "Hey, what do you mean by that? Don't you understand?" He says, "Look, don't you understand?" He's kind of surprised, but in a sense, he's not. And he says, "Don't you get it? Nothing outside is going to defile you. Your problem is and it is not an external problem. You have an internal problem. Your problem is not what happens to you; it's what goes out of you." And he's telling him, "This is your problem, and this is what you need to understand." So look what he says. All that stuff that comes into you, whether it's eating or whatever, that goes in your mouth, goes to your stomach, you can get rid of it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't defile you. And Mark makes the connection here that he's declared all foods clean. Jewish dietary law don't need to worry about that anymore. But look what he says. It's what comes out of your heart. And then he just starts listing off what's called a vice list, these terrible things. And he says, these are what you really need to worry about. And he's really putting his finger right on the Pharisees here, because he's saying, look, you guys have all these external things, but you got pride. You've got evil thoughts. You've got coveting. You've got all this. And that's your problem. And that really is the heart of the issue right now. You've tried to make this system where you look really good on the outside, but the problem is what's inside is what's killing you. Slowly, steadily killing you. So he says, stop. Just stop. This isn't good. I want you to leave all that behind and let's go to something that actually will. Let's deal with those internal matters, not the external. Okay? Because once we deal with those internal matters, then how we live our lives outside will match it. So here's a question. What does this tell us about Jesus? Well, it tells us right away he's not really impressed with those things we do to try to look really good to other people. Not impressed by it. Everything you can try to do to impress Jesus, hey, look at what I'm doing here, look at this act, it doesn't impress him. Okay? What does it tell us about ourselves? Well, it tells us that our problem is not outside of ourselves. It's not what has happened to us. It's not what's been done to us. It's not those things that come into our lives. Our problem is our own hearts. Our problem is what's inside of us, what's coming out. Hey, we try to pass the buck every time we can. Jesus said, no. It's inside there. And then what does that call us to do? That calls us to reevaluate our hearts and really own those things so that we can change them by the power of His grace. All right, guys. Well, hey, I pray you've had a great week. I'm praying for you. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your family, and I will catch you back here for Mark on Tuesday. We'll see you then.